Hey guys, it's Jaden McGinnis here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review over the LEGO Fortnite Battle Bus, so check it out. The LEGO Battle Bus is listed as set number 77073, and it consists of 954 pieces and will run you just about $100. It is listed as $99.99 on Lego.com, as well as pretty much any other major retailer that you're going to go through. The price per piece is right about where you want it to be with that average, because usually it's about 10 cents per piece, and that's what we see in this set. Not quite, but it is pretty close. So it really comes down to the build and the figures itself, which we better check out. This video is obviously coming a bit late, as this collab between LEGO and Fortnite has gone on for quite a while, at least in the game, but the sets themselves released on October 1st, or at least this one did. And I'm going to start here first with the minifigures and some of the things that they came with. So I'll start with the items first. Going from left to right, we got what appears to be a slap juice, and then 2 large shield potions, or as anyone who's played Fortnite usually call them big pots. We got the pickaxes, which makes the most sense out of anything here, since on the battle bus you don't really have anything except for your pickaxe to start with. And then 2 grapplers, which are used as movement in the game. Anyways, I'll go on to the figures. There is 9 figures in the set, and I'll just name them left to right. I must admit, I actually do not know or recognize all these characters, although I'm sure many people recognize some of the more familiar ones. So here on the left is Trespasser Elite, and then next is Battalion Brawler, which most people probably just know him as Jonesy. And then we got Cuddle Team Leader, which is that bear-looking thing. And then after that is the Cube Assassin, which I'm not super familiar with that one as well. And then Bright Bomber, which is a pretty well-known skin. And then this is Adventure Peely, which is a variant of the regular Peely banana. And then we got Raven, which in my opinion is probably one of my favorite figures of the set. He looks pretty sweet. Meowskulls, the buff cat. And then Drift. I will go ahead and show each character a little closer. Alright, first looking here at the Trespasser Elite, you can see what the skin looks like up close. It's got some decent details here, front and back. The main color schemes, of course, are the black along with this silvery and that purple, pinkish purple color. I will show you what's underneath the helmet here. It appears to be a cube shape of some sorts. I definitely need to look into this character more, because I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but let's run down to the first one. Okay, next up we got Jonesy, or Battalion Brawler is what it says in the set. Pretty simple all around. Good character. He does have 2 faces. The back, which is kind of like a confident smirk, I guess, and then the front, which is, I guess, a little bit more serious. There we go. But pretty plain. Just like it for the fact that he's Jonesy, staple of Fortnite. Next up is Cuddle Team Leader. This skin always cracks me up. You can see the furish looking design along with like the buttoned helmet. I actually think they did a pretty good job with the Lego figure. The head does look a little bulky, and you can obviously see that's a helmet because there's a face underneath, which I will show you. This is what it looks like. Yeah, there is a face, but I don't think the actual skin itself in the game has that option. I think it's just the bear, but I think it's neat that they added that as a feature, although they definitely could have just turned it into a mold helmet, as we'll see with some of the other characters later down the line. Next up is Cube Assassin. His face is some sort of broken up chunks. I'll take off the hooded cape. It's a translucent sort of color, so you can kind of see through it. I think the design on the front and back look really cool, in my opinion. It kind of looks like there's lettering and stuff, which that one definitely puts it up there for me, although I don't know this character very well. We got Bright Bomber here, another staple of Fortnite main character, or well-known character, I should say. She has the sunglasses on with a mean face. I probably should have shown the other face first, which has the sunglasses off. There we go. And it's her smiling. But I think this one is designed pretty good. Lots of colors. Very bright. Alright, next up is the Adventure Peely, which in my opinion is definitely one of the more interesting skins. I was wondering how they might do something like this with a lot of the odd shapes of the characters, but they made it to be a whole head mold that fits on for the banana, which, if I can, it has really good design here, especially on the side. I think it's cute. Let me take off the plate real quick. Underneath is just a plain back, which is to be expected. But overall, I like this one, although it's can't really raise his arms up very well. This is the farthest they go. So he's going to have some problems trying to do pull-ups and things like that. Alright, and now we got Raven. Very sleek, very good design. Character is supposed to be darker, but it does well incorporating the black with like a dark blue and purple, which I think looks very good. Taking off the helmet, I'll show you the helmet first, or the cowl, or whatever you want to call it. That includes the whole feathers on the side and the bandana thing in the front, and then that leaves the head just to be a blank black head along with the eyes, which we see in the character. Next up is the Muscle Man, or the Muscle Cat, I should say, in Meowskulls. I really do like the jeans on this. You can see the scratches, like cat scratches, which I think is pretty funny. Has the tattoo on its arm. I do think the head shape is weird. I have no idea how you would go about it, but it looks pretty funny. It does include a tail attachment, so has trouble sitting down, of course. You can't sit it with the tail unless you flip it up. But overall, I think this one is definitely one of my favorites, just because I think Meowskulls is kind of a funny character. But I like the design. It's just the head looks a little odd, but so do a lot of these characters. Alright, and finally we have Drift. This is him with just the regular face mask and his mohawk thing he's got going on. The design on him, I think, is just a simple one. Not too much to it. Looks nice. I'll go ahead and show his helmet style, which I think looks good too. I'll put it on him real quick so you can see it with it. But I definitely prefer just the mohawk, in my opinion, is just the better style, both in the Lego as well as just the game in general. But this is what it looks like with the cover on. Not too shabby. Now it's time to focus on the battle bus itself. We'll be looking at the exterior here first. I'll show you a frontal view. As you can see, there's the battle bus symbol right there. It says battle bus. We got the weird blue glow storm thing. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but then we got the mirrors here as well as on the sides. And then there's some sort of sign that's the storm sign. And then here at the side, this is what it looks like. It's pretty plain. all the windows and everything. And then we got these crossbars, which they do bend up and down. They are movable. The one on this side covers up that first door. And then at the balloon, there is the fire under the balloon, satellite, propeller here, and then the V symbol, as well as the balloon itself. And then I'll show around the other side. And as you can see, this door is much more open. There are some stickers around here that highlight. I did like the set, had good use of stickers. There's a decent amount, not too many in my opinion, but they definitely used them well and where they were needed, which I appreciate that. And here looking at the back, again, Battle Bus, and then the back door has a sticker on it as well. But that's pretty much the rundown of the exterior, and then now let's go look at the interior. As you can see, the top is made to be taken off pretty easily. There's only one crossbar here that has the studs to hold it, but then they make it to where it blends from the end of here to here pretty seamlessly, which definitely makes the design look good and makes it a lot more useful to being played with. I'll give a top view here. There's 9 seats in the bus. One of them is the driver's seat. This is definitely moddable. If you want, you could add more seats or take them out very easily. They are movable. The backs are a little bit. They got a little give here, as you can see, so you can lean people back. Looking here, you got some standing room as well, which is useful, especially for instance, like the Meowskull skin can't really sit down with the tail, so if you don't want to take it off, you can just stand it here or there. It has decent room. I have seen videos of people they took out the seats and they try to stack as many Lego figures as they can in there, which I think is kind of a funny idea, but really you can mix and match anything. I mean, Fortnite has collabs with pretty much everything at this point, so I'm sure if you have a Lego figure, they're probably in Fortnite. So if you're wanting to play with this, yeah, you could pretty much mix and match any figures you want in there other than the ones that come with the set. But that's really all there is to it. It's pretty simple. The windows I really like. You had to put them all in their frames before then putting them on the bus. It's fairly open down here, not too much detail, but you can definitely add some more if you want. Definitely leaves it up for a little bit more imagination and playability, which is always something that's good for Lego. Overall, I'd give this set in between an 8 and a 9 out of 10, probably around 8.5. They got some good details where they need it. The characters are all pretty interesting, in my opinion. The only thing that brings it down, of course, is the price, which I know not everyone can go for a set that is expensive as this, but I know Lego in general prices have gone up, which is tough to see, but the price per piece still isn't a terrible deal. It's definitely worth it if you're a fan of Fortnite or just Legos in general, because it's a good build. It isn't terribly big, so you can display it if you want fairly easily. Another thing that knocks it down just a bit is here at the side, as I showed earlier, kind of covers up the door, but you only got limited space, so it's not a terrible deal, or not terribly important, especially when you got the door at the back and on the other side that are fully functional and non-obstructed as well. If you're looking to keep this set in a box, I don't really have a suggestion. I know just in general it's always good if you're wanting to save and try to sell later to keep them in a box. For Fortnite, I don't know exactly how much they're going to expand their sets, but I imagine there's gonna be making quite a few more in the future. But I think this is the biggest one that they've made yet, and this is probably the most memorable with the most figures. So if you're wanting to save a set, I would say this is probably the one to do it from that theme. So feel free to leave any comments that you might have down below. I'll go ahead and have these other videos around from some of my previous reviews I've done. Anyways, I think that's all that I really have for today. So until next time, bye-bye.